Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the first match, Week 2, Season 64. This will be recording over the footage. I am, though, fully healthy again, recovered from being sick. Playing a lot of catch-up, though. We have a lot of video content that we're going to be putting out over the next several days, addressing the kit reveals, the latest news, showing my roster updates, putting out the Grand Arena videos. It's going to be busy over here. And we got data Crons, too. But for this one, we are looking at the second week of Grand Arena, Kyber 2. We've been in Kyber 2 the whole time. We're basically in the same place we've been this entire season, in this 3,400 range. We're not going to do any recap. That's all in the last video. If you're interested in that, over last week we went 1-2. Probably should have gone 2-1, even better. Because I was sick, I played with 20 minutes to go in one match, and I still almost could have won it. A couple different choices would have made the difference. My defense really held there. We won the second match, and then the final match, could have won that one too, but I started goofing off when in a match that I shouldn't have. So I dropped a couple battles doing some counters like Night Sisters up against Resistance that I didn't need to do, but I did it because I like it. And those kinds of battles, when they didn't go my way, proved to be the difference. But for this week's matches, my opponent is Fulcrum, 12.58 million GP, so about 4 to 500k of a GP difference. I am not at the low end. There's actually a number of 10 and 11 million GP players, so I'm actually in the top half when it comes to GP for the bracket. Zeta-wise, I'm better than my opponent. There are some low-end players in here. There's 185 Zetas, 188 Zetas. They're probably off-screen for you guys. But I am third. I'm third in the bracket with Zetas. Not that this matters. I'm getting distracted by it. Just kind of surprised by some of the low counts. Omicrons, we're starting now to see what I've been saying is going to happen ever since the episode pass was introduced. What used to be one of my major advantages, where I was always like first or second in Amis, that's going away. This bracket, I am I'm tied for fourth when it comes to Omicrons. And that's probably going to keep dropping lower because I'm not buying that episode pass. It's not how I want to play the game. Not interested in getting... So I want to try... I like the challenge of not. It makes things more fun for me. GLs, we have, 3 9GL players. I'm one of the 2 8GLs. And then there's a 6, a 5, and a 7? There's a 5GL player in here? What is going on with this bracket? It's not like we're on the bubble of Kyber 2. We're a solid third of the way into this thing. Relics, 289. That's very good. That's a fully Relic roster. Looking at the distribution on the tier total, he's at 1665, which is second. He is second in the bracket for overall roster. It's looking like this guy, Roadrunner, is the first. He's the strongest roster in the bracket. Can you just chill? With the distribution of the relics, we got a lot of tier 3, got some tier 5s. He's distributed all throughout here. He's got 20 more tier 8s. He's got 20 more tier 7s. He's not exactly top heavy. It's pretty evenly distributed, but he is significantly stronger in terms of the roster. The Roadrunner guy looks to be he's not quite a monster. We saw a worse guy last week, but this guy is very tough. Mods, I'm better than my opponent on every metric, which is very surprising and interesting. We have more 6-top mods. We have more top 25, or we have a better top 25 average. We have a better top 500 average by a lot. With the counts, I've got more 25 plus. I've got 140 more 20 plus. With the 15 plus, I've got more. Jeez. Just massive advantages over my opponent when it comes to mods. For the bracket, though, it looks like I am fourth. Yeah, I'm fourth with the top 25 average. With the top 500 average, I'm second. So pretty good. Datacron wise, everyone's participating to a healthy level. I think is relevant to their rosters as it needs to be. 2 players without Ahsoka, 1 player without Leia, 2 players without Lord Vader, 1 player without JMK, 1 player without C, 2 of us without Rey. I am 1 without Rey, and 1 player without SLKR. But my opponent has everything. 9GL player. Triple Omni Melgus, we got Radis, Iden, Triple Starkiller, nothing on Dad. dash, Wampa Savage Treya, single on Afra. We have Qui-Gon, 304 speed, got a triple Swallow, Uzori right on 300, so I'll be looking out for her in a moment. Nothing on Third Sister? What? That's weird. And this is also my point about don't triple Ami your characters. Spread them out. He would be better off than, like he has, he's got Starkiller, Swallow, Cadme, Jar Jar, Bane, all triple Ami. And no Amis at all on Baudelaire and Third Sister. He'd be better off having a couple of those characters double Ami, or all of them double, and Baudelaire and Third Sister double up. That would be more effective. So we have a bit of an advantage there. Let's acknowledge some of what's missing here. 2 players without Afra. 1 player hasn't even leveled up their Swallow, but has him. Same thing with Zori here. We got 2 players without, or 1 player without Third Sister at all. 1 player without a usable Third Sister. 1 player without Baudelaire. 2 without Jar Jar. Everything else looks good. When it comes to fleet, though, we've got 1 player without the Leviathan at all. Otherwise, everybody has full up. Oh, whoa. No, this player who doesn't have the Leviathan also doesn't have the Executor. We're probably not going to see them, so we're not going to worry about them. Let's move on. Now, looking at Fulcrum's roster, we are looking for Zori, because we know Zori is at 300 speed, and Poe Dameron is actually the final 300 speed character, and that's crazy low. That's 26? You can see all the characters without. We've switched now to footage. We're going to go over the defense, and then we'll increase the speed of this. Whenever I do the audio on the existing footage, I like to speed it up. Alright, you can take a quick look at what I've set. No changes so far this week. I'll probably make some changes for the final week, but nothing for this week. I've had some decent performances from time to time. I don't even remember how this match went, actually. Alright, looking at my opponent's defense, got Jabba, Afra, Cadme, and Bam with a Smuggler Cron that's got a bunch of evasion. Okay, it's a bad Hut Cartel Cron. That's going to make that easier. We can probably approach that in a couple different ways. Then down below, we are looking at Boss Nass, Iden, Lord Vader, and Balin. That's going to be fairly easy. We're going to jump to full screen. Alright, let's get into this. Now, Boss Nass, we're going to do Sith. They're just the most sensible counter that I have available. Great Mother, I've got on... Actually, I could use Great Mother because she's actually available to me. I guess I could go either way. Talon here is going to be very useful because she's going to save me from losing Trey. Because that was a shockingly bad opening. We do have Amis on Savage, Treya, and Talon. Put the Isolate over onto Phalanx so we don't need to worry about the taunt. We can't annihilate yet, so we're just affecting cooldowns and attacking the shield generator. You can see, though, with the relic levels that my opponent has, they're doing a surprising amount of damage. Like, this team is surviving it, but another team probably would have performed pretty poorly up against these Relegate Gungans. They've performed very admirably for my opponent. So we increased the cooldowns. Boss Nass went down. I just like taking out his unique. Now Jar Jar's off the board, and at this point none of it matters. They did take out Talon. Talon is somebody hopefully soon I'll increase relics on, but now that Mace Windu, we're starting to get a sense of what we're going to need to be farming towards them. Maybe I need to start accumulating signal data for that purpose. We'll see. Well, really kind of depends on the release cadences. Alright, now with this Lord Vader, we do have Piet, and I didn't notice if it had a Piet Cron. I think I'm going to talk as if he does. So yeah, we're going after Piet, ignoring Maul, because we got to get rid of him, otherwise he's going to revive everybody. Which does open up a little bit of opportunities for Maul to do more damage. The It's only a Relic 5 Maul, really. Considering all the other characters who are higher relics, that is not one I'd leave. Can you just stay off the keyboard? Yeah, we're good. Hopefully we don't lose anybody. Where's my Bo-Katan? Did I put her in defense? Or did I just choose not to use her? I don't recall. I feel like I don't have her available for some reason. Now we've got Aiden and Balin. But up above we have some default matches. Like we're going to do this Cadme here with Gas Crex. Although, actually, if I remember right, this didn't go the way that I thought it would. Unless that was the last match. Because as I record the audio to this is after the second match results. So we're going with Mace. I didn't do form up, which maybe I should have. I feel like because of the recovery that we have, there is reason to do form up early. You got chill, cat. Alright, so we hit the decoy. Yeah, going at Mace. Now we form up. Just with resilient defense being so annoying, we just go after me. Okay, so this one goes fine. It's the next match that doesn't go well. Okay, decoy's about to be off the board again. We're attacking Ayla because oh, I couldn't do aerial advantage. Alright. Now that the damage immunity is gone, we switch to Cadme. Take it down easy and clean. Now, Aiden Balin. How did I play this? Okay, so we go Rogue One up against Aiden, and this can go different ways with the Cron. I do feel like it depends. But did this go well? I think this went poorly. Maybe it went fine, I don't remember. So I'm just working on getting to the download quick so Raz can blow them up. Then we blow them up. I go hit the expose. I just want to get some people off the board while we have this window. That's why you see me switching to some of the AoEs. This short trooper though, taking a bunch of work. Alright, you're gonna go. You're not... If you can't relax, you gotta go. And then Scout will be down in a moment. So mostly clean. I think I slow played it at the end trying to bring back Baze. Now, this Balin team, we did check for the Bad Batch characters that are on there, those mercenary characters. I don't think I did this. I think I almost did this. No, we did it. Okay. Felt like I changed my mind. I'm getting yesterday's match confused in my head with this one. Yeah, this is going to go fine. Yeah, so Balin's already down. Yeah, this hard counters it. I think what I did is I looked at my opponent's history and made sure where his Ahsoka and his Leia was, or to just ensure that he didn't have both Ahsoka and Leia, because we can handle a single Ahsoka, because then we can retain Bane. But if there's Ahsoka and Leia, then we need to be a little bit more careful, because we start eating some of my counters. My counters need to work. Yeah, so that goes well. At some point, I think I go auto, because this just takes forever. But I try to play it manually at first. Let's talk some nonsense. I think I covered most of the stuff I was watching in the last video. Like, I've been really into the pits. I've been catching up on shows, trying to take advantage of this opportunity now that Invincible and Reacher are done before The Last of Us and Andor's season 2 starts. So I just started watching Wheel of Time, which I'm kind of only loosely paying attention to, and I'm specifically referring to season 3 of Wheel of Time. I don't have a relationship with that property, so I'm like lost. I think I should have done a recap on seasons 1 and 2, because I just don't remember. But I'm enjoying it well enough that I don't really care. I'm not that invested. And it does feel like it's better. Like, I feel like a lot of the poor acting from everybody who's not Rosamund Pike has improved. I think just they've gotten their reps in and they're getting better. Okay. So we're taking out Fulcrum. Get rid of her annoyance. Shifting over to Exile because why am I doing? Oh yeah, we're getting rid of the Inspired. Absorb the hits. Drop it. Triggered 1 damage immunity. Triggered a second. Now we're trying to trigger a third. We're not throwing the Saber because it really doesn't do anything to Exile. Well, there it did that time. Okay. Now just waiting for that. And then just terrible. But it's a single cleanup now. That's manageable. We can deal with that in a number of ways. We got Zerg down below. So now, switching over here, because he doesn't have the good level 6 ability, we're just going with JMK. I might approach it differently if he had a better Cron there, because the better Cron does drop the win rate on this. But with the poor Datacron, we're just going to play this as normal. Take out Chrysanthemum. Now we're going after Bosch before the taunt goes back up. I used snips there to take down the stacks of Hutt's favor or whatever, so Lando doesn't get boosted. Yeah, so now the taunt's up, but we've reached the ultimate. damage immunities up, so we gotta dispel that. Okay, whatever. Now we're going for Embo. I'm using that opportunity with the Shatter Point to dispel the damage immunity. Embo's gone. I don't know why I'm attacking Chrysanthemum right now. I should be attacking Jabba, but I guess I'm going after Chrysanthemum. I really have no idea why. That's not how I normally play this. Not that it affected anything, but just kind of surprised by the choice. Now, this should be the Evasion Smuggler. No, you know what? I don't think it was the Evasion Smuggler Crown. I think that's what I was planning to play it as if it was. But do I click on it at some point? Like right now, I'm assuming that it is. I think I check it. I'm going to grab like Turn Meter or Tank Revive. Do I check? Or did I check it earlier and I just wasn't paying attention? I think I play it, I notice it during the battle, because I'm noticing that they're not evading like I thought they would be. Yeah. So I did it right there. He does not have the good level 6. Which means I didn't need to be careful with this, and I could have played this any number of different ways. But now we're overpowering it, and we don't need to worry about it. Going after Bam just to make sure Whistling Birds doesn't take out anybody and affect my banner count. Now we have Afra, Zerg, and a cleanup. So other than Ray, this match has been going pretty clean. My counters have been working, which is what I would expect with the mod quality where it's at. We're working on just blowing up Afra, and now it's over. We've already won. And down goes B2. Now BT. Just waiting for that turn meter. Just doing a lot of basics until we get our opportunity. So cleared. Now we got Zerg. Am I going to after that? With Ray, we can just like blow her up with JML or something. Yeah. And we bring in all the firepower. And a Merc Cron for Calcestis. And it's over. I think I'm going to after this. I may have played it different. Ooh, Balin. Okay. Yeah. I keep bringing in Fennec. I just don't think that's really doing anything for me. Because they have a little bit of synergy, or she has a little bit of synergy with Sign of Django. Maybe with this Focus Datacron for Sign of Django we'll be doing it. Because I did take my Django up to Relic 8 for my guild for territory battles. He was one of the characters I volunteered to do. Because he was also like one of those characters I knew would pay off, so I didn't feel like that was even like much of an ask. The only relic that I did for my guild like Relic 8 that I did for my guild that I didn't like. But it's one that I was happy to do, because in the moment I thought it was going to and that was very shocking to me, that the fact that they blew up Balin like that. What was I saying? So the only relic that I was surprised by, that I volunteered to do, that I thought was going to be good, was Jolie. Like, I thought, okay, I need a bunch of Relic Jedi, higher Relic Jedi for TBs. Jolie seems like a sensible one. Like, add some revives, gonna make some teams better, and he's the one where I don't feel like Relic 8 Jolie is any different than a Relic 5. Just useless. But I was happy to do it in the moment. I thought I was getting something out of that. Easy fleet defense will knock this out quick. Because this is the best one, we're doing Leviathan. This change they made, where all the ships are askew, I don't like it. Because some are just rocked so much, where I just think it's more annoying than it is interesting. Like, I don't think it's an improvement. Like, you can see it with JKA and the TIE Dagger right now. Yeah, Anakin Starfighter's rocked. Alright, bring out the Mark 6. That's one of those things where in territory battles, when you bring out the Mark 6 and you attack the Marauder, it just takes it out. It doesn't get that the survival attack. And it's just like the inconsistencies with it between game modes just becomes confusing, of remembering in which game mode the Mark 6 is going to be able to take it out or not. Because I did it in territory battles today. Use the Mark 6 on Lothal or Mandalore or wherever I did it, and it goes fine. Alright, this is a strong counter because the Falcon just dispels the deflector shield and it completely messes up this fleet. I've learned to stay focused on the tank. Sometimes I'll get distracted, but when I spread my attacks out too much, sometimes I'll regret it. Yeah. It's just a hard counter. Now we're going up against the Scythe. We're bringing in the Chimera. My expectation is that it's going to be overpowered enough that we don't need to worry about the Scythe. We have a couple ways to manage and control things. I was looking at maybe putting the Defender in the starting lineup, but the Special Forces is better. And then I was thinking about Gauntlet or the Shuttle, and I go with the Gauntlet for the Dispel. Get protection up. Now I'm bringing out the Defender. We land a stun over on the Scythe. And really, yeah, and now that the Scythe is gone, this fleet is nothing. Now we land the buff immunities. An easy, clean match. And then in terms of results, let me pull that up right now. I gotta get into the game for that. And round 1 was a win. How was it decisive? It went well. He only cleared 2 territories, 1 shots here. Down below, we got to hold. CLS has been picking up holds. This is why he's on defense for me. He's just one of those teams that I think this is twice this season he's picked up holds for me. And that's been true for a while. Leia here taking 2, and I don't even think he attacked fleet. Yeah, he surrendered at that point. So solid win to start this week. Next round, though, is going to be tougher, going up against the hardest account in the brackets. That Roadrunner guy who had the highest counts on everything. Everything's Relic, great mods, high relics, just a monster for the next match. But we are working on getting caught up. Mentioned it at the top, but we'll mention it again. Roster update videos on the way. We got 2 in the pipeline. We have kit reveal videos to do, Apo, Jocasta new, and we have the new Datacron set. Plus, I just want to acknowledge some of the news that we've been getting. So those number of videos are all going to be coming out on top of Grand Arena videos. So thank you for watching. Be excellent to each other, everybody. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.